The West loves to sit in judgment of India. Western politicians love to act as the international moral police. So it comes as no surprise that 36 British parliamentarians have fired off a letter to the UK Foreign Secretary over India's new farmer laws. They've called the new laws a death warrant, their words, for India's bread basket. That's what the letter says. They want the British government to pressurize India against enacting these laws. Who are these parliamentarians? And what makes them think that they can lecture India on its internal affairs? We decided to find out, and I have with me tonight a list of their names along with their political credentials. Let's take this one at a time. On top of the list is a notoriously familiar name, Debbie Abrahams. Does this name ring a bell? Debbie Abrahams represents the constituency of Oldham East and Saddleworth. This is where British Pakistanis are a huge voting bloc. In February this year, she was detained, denied entry into India. She wanted to visit Kashmir to assess the human rights situation there. India denied her a visa because of her affinity towards Pakistan. What happened next? The obvious. She landed in Islamabad and held a bilateral talk with the Pakistan Foreign Minister, Shah Mahmood Qureshi. She was provided a platform to voice her grudges against India, and she received a benefit in kind, 31,000 euros, for speaking against India. In other words, this British MP was bribed by the Pakistan government to demonize India. This British parliamentarian is on Pakistan's payroll. In case you want to know more about her views on India, I suggest you subscribe to some Pakistani newspapers. Lots to find there. Next on the list is Afzal Khan, a Labour MP of Pakistani origin. In July last year, Afzal Khan had apologized for posting an anti-Semitic conspiracy video. He posted a clip that decried a purported Israeli crime syndicate. This part-time conspiracy theorist is also a member of the UK's all-party parliamentary group on Kashmir. This is a body known for peddling lies on the human rights situation in Kashmir, a body chaired by Debbie Abrahams. Afzal Khan is the honorary vice president. Need I say more about his intent? Next on the list, Tanmanjeet Singh Desi, a member of the Labour Party. He's famous for being Britain's first turban-wearing Sikh MP. He's also famous for ripping apart Boris Johnson over his perceived Islamophobic comments in the British Parliament. But what many do not know about Mr. Tanmanjeet Singh are his Khalistani links. In 2018, he unleashed a series of attacks against India at a Referendum 2020 rally, a pro-Khalistan movement initiated by the US-based advocacy group Sikhs for Justice. He said that rising incidents of rape were maligning India's image. He now wants the British government to criticize India over the new farm laws. And my list does not end there. You must know about some other parliamentarians who have signed this letter. Apsana Begum, a Labour MP who in October this year was charged with a housing fraud worth $360,000. Ian Lavery, the former chair of the Labour Party, accused of a $199,000 trade union fraud. Steve McCabe, a Labour whip who overclaimed his mortgage by 4,000 euros and called it an error. The scandal made international headlines in 2009. Now, these scams and frauds have nothing to do with India. But they tell you how dubious these MPs are and what their shady claims to fame are. And the last but not the least, Jeremy Corbyn, the suspended former leader of the Labour Party, the man infamous in India for his activism on Kashmir, the man accused of sympathizing with Hamas terrorists, the man accused of harboring anti-Semitic sentiments, the man who tried a last-minute stunt with a Diwali puja to win Indian votes. How could his name not be on this list? From Kashmir to CAA, Jeremy Corbyn has time and again tried building an anti-India narrative. And we would have been highly disappointed had he not signed this letter. And these were just a few names. At least 30 out of the 36 parliamentarians behind this letter belong to the Labour Party, a party already out of favour among the Indian diaspora living in Britain for its unwarranted activism on India's internal affairs. Now, by spearheading this propaganda campaign against India's farm laws, the Labour Party may lose whatever little it was left of its goodwill among British Indians. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.